What's going on? Welcome to a special edition of Iron Nose with Coach Sam. I'm your host, Coach Sam, and as you can see, I'm back in my alma mater, Hillcrest High School, home of the mighty Hillcrest Hawks. Hey, August 21st, it's going down right here at the 50-yard line. The first annual Weaver Bowl, Hillcrest. And that school from South Holland, they go by Thornwood or something like that. That's neither here nor there. But shout out to them. You know, they got the other half of the Weaver Bowl, Coach Tremaine Weaver. But this ain't about him and this ain't about them. It's about Hillcrest today. I had a chance to sit down and speak with the head coach, Kyran Weaver, head coach of the Hillcrest Hawks. And we sat down, we talked about everything football, including his relationship with his cousin, Tremaine Weaver. So check this out. We're going to take a brief moment because I got something very special for you guys. Got a chance to sit down and talk to a couple Hillcrest alums from way back when, and they had a little bit of a story to tell, and I think you should hear it. But check this out. It's Coach Sam. I'm back here. Meet me at the 50, right? I'll see y'all in a second.
There we go.
All right, everybody. So I was able to catch up with a couple of Hillcrest legends. And when I say legends, I mean I'm sitting with the first black quarterback in Hillcrest history. And I'm also sitting next to a running back who was a part of, no matter what anybody tells you, was one of the first undefeated programs in Hillcrest history.
Yeah.
I am sitting here with Thomas Tank Johnson.
Yeah.
And I'm here with the A-Train, Alan Thompson.
Yeah.
I'm going to start with you, Alan, the first black quarterback.
Right.
You know, Hillcrest has only been around for just under 60 years, okay? Not to tell your age or anything.
67.
67, okay.
Yeah, I mean, it started, that's when it was built. In
1967. So we're approaching the 60-year mark for Hillcrest.
Right.
So
Yeah.
59 years. During that time, you know, of course, Hazelcrest, Markham, Country Club Hills looked different, which obviously made Hillcrest look a lot different.
Right.
Just talk about your time at Hillcrest, you know, not even just as an athlete, but just as a student.
Well, my parents, when we moved out to Markham in 65, and they moved out there so that their children have a better education. And when I went to Hillcrest with the intent, you know, to learn and deal with, you know, a different environment, because I moved from a predominantly black environment now to a integrated environment. So my experience there was that I learned a lot. I learned a lot about how to deal with people. Learned that, you know, the focus, you know, athletics was a focus because we wanted to be the best, not just on the field, but also in the classroom. There were some challenging moments, but we were resilient, you know, because I was the second class to integrate Hillcrest, coming from Markham. So yeah, it was very rewarding. I did go away to college. I attended Lane College, which is the HBCU. I graduated from there, and then from there, I became a senior economist with the U.S. Department of Labor.
Oh, nice. Okay.
So you just have to apply yourself. It doesn't matter what environment you're in, but you have to be resilient and persevere.
Absolutely.
Yes.
And for you, Mr. Johnson, I'm gonna ask you the same question. You know, what was, you know, you graduated, you said class of 1974. So, you know, two different classes, but, you know, you're still basically, in a sense, classmates because you went to school at the same time.
Right.
What was your experience like during those times?
It was very different. We, of course, had to adjust to a totally different climate. And so just dealing with the fact that we were part of the first few classes, I mean, of blacks to integrate Hillcrest. So we were greatly, I mean, our population was probably like 2%. We made up 2% of the student body.
Oh, wow.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah, so.
A complete turnaround from where it is now.
Absolutely.
Yes.
So, you know, we dealt with a lot of different issues, but we knew, like you said, we had to persevere, be resilient, because what we were actually doing was laying the groundwork for those that would come behind us.
Right, and you know, I heard you make a comment, you know, to one of my good friends and also one of my classmates that you all walked so we can run. So I just want to just say thank you so much for that.
Right.
So I guess, let's talk about why we're here. This is the, Hillcrest, our Hillcrest golf outing, and it's hosted by head football coach Kyran Weaver.
Right.
Tank, I'm gonna ask you, what was it that led to you coming out and supporting what Coach Weaver is doing today, and not even just today, but just period?
Well, actually, sharing that part of history that because of a technicality, we weren't classified as the first undefeated football team,
Okay.
but as players, we actually won every game that we took the field for.
Gotcha.
But actually, my partners, several alumni from Hillcrest, recently held a reunion in Las Vegas.
Okay.
And at that reunion, we came up with an idea we'd like to give back. So we started, and I'm here to introduce Hillcrest Alumni Legacy Network.
Oh, nice. Okay.
And our purpose is to simply help reach out and help those coming behind us with scholarships, advice for college, that navigation piece for college curricula, and as far as careers go. So we simply want to lend that wisdom we've gained over the years to those coming behind us.
Absolutely.
And so we're simply here to introduce the Alumni Legacy Network, and we're going to start raising funds. We're actually going to launch here, hopefully at this homecoming, at September 18th.
Okay.
All right, but
I'll make sure I'm there and I'll have my camera there and we can talk further
okay.
about it. And we'll.
And I just realized though, I've got a wedding the next day, so I got to do the rehearsal. So I won't be able to make it back for the homecoming, but we'll have some representatives here,
Absolutely.
as well as our flyers, our lapel pins, and our membership tier structure.
Okay. And so I'm gonna ask the final lead the final question to you,
Okay.
Mr. Thompson. So, apparently a lot of these, a lot of the people that's been out here, they know you,
Right.
from being in the community. Just seeing where Hillcrest is now and seeing the legacy that you left behind,
Right.
how does it feel seeing, where Hillcrest football is now compared to where it was when you graduated years ago?
It is so refreshing to see. I saw four football players. Kyran, I know, Sonny's son. I don't know his first name, but I see all the Cougar football players that live in the community are right there at Hillcrest giving back, and that is what we want to do. We want to reach back and give back, offer their talents, because from whence they've come. They want to make sure that the future is still that legacy continue. So it was so refreshing to see those young men, all adults now, and they're doing something to help the community. So and that's what we need to continue on. So each one teach one, and that's what they're doing. So
Absolutely.
It's really good to know. And coming to this Hillcrest golf outing was very, very good, because we did our 50th year, just to go back, our 50th year celebration, and we walked the halls of Hillcrest. Now, mind you, the predominance of my classmates were white, and then seeing the walls, walking through the hallway, and all those black students who are achieving, that we had to fight for, so they can walk.
To actually go to school.
And it's really refreshing to know that. And I will always want to give back to Hillcrest. And thank you for interviewing us.
Absolutely.
I think I'll speak for the entire class of Hillcrest when it comes to everything that you've all done post graduation for yourselves. I just want to say thank you, because no matter where I go, I always represent this Hawk.
Right.
I always tell people the importance of being a Hawk is understanding your version of the Hawk way.
Absolutely.
And my version is alma mater, community, and family. And
Yes.
you all are definitely the true embodiments of this. So,
Absolutely.
So Tank, I appreciate your time
Yeah,
and thank
here.
you for your contribution.
I actually taught for a semester
Okay.
at Hillcrest.
Nice.
Okay.
So
What'd you teach?
I taught electricity and architectural drafting.
Okay, see, that wasn't me. I wasn't good with my hands, but I can write a little bit.
Right.
And A-Train, thank you so much for your contribution.
You're welcome.
I'm sitting with the Tank and the A-Train, Thomas Johnson,
Yep.
Alan Thompson. Thank you all so much for your time.
Thank you.
And I look forward to seeing you more often, especially with the
Absolutely.
new project that you have going on for
Absolutely.
Hillcrest. Hey, I'm out. This is Coach Sam. This is INO. This is the Hillcrest Alumni Weekend, and this is only day one,
Absolutely.
activity one of many. So I'll see y'all in a little bit. Thank you so much.
Thank you.
Thank you.
All right, everybody. I really hope you enjoyed that last segment. Shout out to Alan Thompson and Thomas Johnson, two Hillcrest alums from the 1970s who ultimately paved the way for students like myself and others that follow behind them. And, shout out to them because, they make us proud and allow us to be proud to wear this hawk on our chest. But in this next segment, I get a chance to talk to somebody who's not only had an impact on me as a coach, but somebody who's had an impact on me as a person. Kyran Weaver, the head coach for the Hillcrest Hawks, sits down with me and we talk about not only the Weaver Bowl and football, but we also get a chance to talk about his cousin, Tremaine Weaver. So in this next segment, sit back, enjoy it. Hey, August 21st, Weaver Bowl, it's up. And one more thing before we get to that segment, them people from South Holland came over here and they decided they wanted to take some pictures in front of our mural. It's probably because they don't have one. I don't know. I ain't been over there in so long, but, it is what it is. Hey, thank you for giving us a little bit more publicity and showing off our artwork because, hey, everybody ain't got it and everybody ain't able. But go ahead and enjoy this next segment, and I'll be back in just a moment. What's going on, everybody? It's Coach Sam here, and I am here with another coach, and actually somebody who actually got me into coaching, my big bro, Coach Kyran Weaver, head football coach of the Hillcrest Hawks. First of all, we are out here in University Park. Talk about this golf outing that we're at and how it came about.
Just trying to find ways to, enhance the Hillcrest football experience with fundraising, as well as been thinking about ways to honor Andre Rush, who passed my first year as head football coach, who was a phenomenal student athlete. So the golf outing is designed to raise money for Hawk football as well as to go towards the Andre Rush Scholarship Fund. So we plan on awarding 2 scholarships in his name this year with the proceeds from this. So I recently got into golf, and so I've seen other schools do it. So I thought it would be a way to engage the community, raise some funds, as well as just, have a good time and kick off alumni reunion weekend.
For sure. So, let's get into this whole football thing. You've been, head football coach for, what's going in your 4th year now?
No, I'm going into year 6.
Dang, man. It just goes by so fast. You know what I'm saying? So year 6, you took over the program from your cousin, Morgan Weaver, who took the program from alum Marquise Cole. From the time that Coach Cole took the program to where it is now, talk about what you've noticed in terms of just overall change that you've seen, because we know for a short time, the Hillcrest football program wasn't doing so well, but then Coach Cole comes in and he revitalizes everything. Coach Morgan Weaver comes in and he takes them as far as the state semifinals, and then you come in the program and basically keeping everything level. What are some things that you've noticed or some things that you've been able to do to keep the Hillcrest football program afloat?
I've been able to just take the blueprint that was set from them, really, which all really started with Ernie Sutton.
Shout out to Coach Sutton.
The program has been about effort and accountability, and really what you ask what's different. I mean, my personality being on it is a little bit different, but a lot of the same pillars of effort and accountability and hard work and discipline that Coach Cole learned from Coach Sutton, that Coach Mo learned from Coach Sutton. And we take our football experiences and just personal experiences and try and impart it on the kids. So much has stayed the same. And we kind of sell that with the players that Hillcrest football is a fraternity, For us to have people even at this outing from, that play for Coach Sutton, Coach Cole, and for myself here, it's building that brotherhood. We've done the up downs, you've experienced similar things. And we just developing a fraternity or a brotherhood amongst Hillcrest football, basically.
Absolutely. So you got the 2026 season coming. Talk about some, first of all, let's talk about some of your key players going into the 2026 season. Some guys that we should know about, or we will be hearing about if we don't know who they are.
Okay, so Senior-wise, we got two outstanding seniors, one on the line. I got to be remiss, the linemen don't get enough credit. But Michael Rupert will be a two-way lineman for us. Also, a top 5 student in the upcoming senior class, competing to be the valedictorian. He's been putting a lot of hard work in, expecting big things from him, as well as Liddell Ross.
Okay.
He's worked his tail off this offseason and we'll be playing a myriad of positions for us this year. I have 4 sophomores that came up last year onto the varsity, one towards the end of the season, but those guys, we expect big things from them with Andreas Bowers, Anthony Tolliver, who's a returning all-conference edge rusher. Andreas Bowers, I said he returns and he had 5 interceptions last year. We got Jamil Adams as a receiver who transferred in from St. Rita last year. He's very talented and we're expecting big things from him, as well as our running back, Devin Watson, who, while he was on JV last year, had 19 touchdowns.
Okay. All right, so look, I'm going to get right into the most important part of the 2026 season. That's the 2026 first annual Weaver Bowl. So, first of all, you all don't know the new head coach. Well, I'm sorry, not the new head coach, but in his second season, Thornwood's head coach is your cousin, who was like a brother, Tremaine Weaver. Tremaine took over the program at Thornwood last season, and you all are finally going to be able to see each other sideline to sideline this upcoming season. But before we even talk about the game, let's talk about how much Coach Weaver meant to the Hillcrest program after spending many years on the sidelines at Hillcrest.
Tremaine was a part of the turnaround, being able to go to school with Tremaine and, like you said, more like a brother. I don't correct people if they call him my brother, because that's the way we grew up. But this is actually his 3rd year at Thornwood.
I mean, it just seems like time just be going by so fast.
So it's been something. It's going to be a pleasure to compete against family. It's always been a competitive environment. It's always been competition between us. So what better way to start the season with, family versus family, and us taking on a program that he's brought validity to. They made the playoffs last year. They have some talented guys over there, and I know he's preaching some of the same pillars that we've preached to get Hillcrest to where it is right now. So I expect a tough ball game. I expect him to come out guns blazing and give it everything. He's not going to lay down for me, and I definitely won't for him.
Absolutely. So now let's talk about the game itself. So Hillcrest versus Thornwood, opening up the season. What are some things that you're telling your guys? Because, of course, you still have a couple of players that if they didn't play for him at Hillcrest, I'm sure they know about him from his days with the Midwest Hawks. How are you getting your guys prepared to go out game 1 of the season against somebody that is very familiar, not only just to the Hillcrest family, but to the entire Country Club Hills, Markham, Hazelcrest family, just from his days with the Midwest Hawks, and also the Country Club Hills Cougars?
Well, he's got familiarity with me and not going to be able to get around that. But, we're definitely going to play with an extra heartbeat because it is family. But at the same time, you don't want the game to get too big for guys. It still is just a football game and week 1 of the season. So eliminating week 1 mistakes and just staying focused and not getting into the personal battles. But at the same time, training and preparing with that extra heartbeat, because we know that they're going to give us all that they have.
For sure. Well, Coach, man, it's hot out here. I know you want to get yourself back out on the links. I just want to just go out here and just have a good time with some people that I've known for a very long time. But, Coach, I appreciate your time. Hey, Hillcrest, Thornwood, opening game of the 2026 football season. What's the date on that?
August 21st, 7 p.m. at Hillcrest.
At the Nest, baby. So, Coach, good luck this season. Appreciate everything that you're doing, not just for Hillcrest, but the entire community. And, man, this is a great event. So I know a lot of you all couldn't get out here this year, but you got to make sure you come out next year because, of course, Coach Weaver said everything that you needed to know. It's all going to a great cause. And so good luck this upcoming season. And, hey, I don't think I got to do any more interviews, at least while I'm out here at the golf courses. It's hot. And obviously, I'm so hot, I'm over here forgetting information. So I'm going to go. But, Coach, man, I appreciate your time, man.
Appreciate you, bro.
And that is Coach Sam, INOs, and we checking out, man. All right, everybody. I'm back. I hope you all enjoyed that last segment with Coach Kyran Weaver. Hey, listen, I know I've been trolling a little bit, you know, and that's just because, hey, it's Hillcrest versus Thornwood. This is what we're supposed to do. It's family versus family. It's the first of its kind, the Weaver Bowl, August 21st, right here in the Nest, Country Club Hills. Hey, listen, I'm going to just say this. I'm going to say this one time and one time only. Early arrival is suggested, all right? Because, listen, this is one of those matchups you don't want to miss. Again, the mighty Hillcrest Hawks take on Thornwood Thunderbirds right here in the Nest. I don't have nothing bad to say. Just know when it comes time for that, you know, that scoreboard over there, just know them footballs gonna be dancing on that scoreboard. Shout out to them Hawks. Shout out to Iron Nose with Coach Sam. I'm out. I'm gonna see y'all soon. Oh, I got an interview T-Dub too. So yeah, the next time y'all see me on the football field is probably because I'm interviewing him. But I gotta go. I'll see y'all soon. Enjoy this episode. Wherever you are, thank you so much for watching. Coach Sam, I'm out. It's another episode of Iron Nose with Coach Sam.